Major security breach of the duplication chamber! Why did I think this was a good idea? Okay, Falor, what'd your scouts find?
This is the compound. Wallace was able to map the area based on their reports. There's no real easy way to siege it from the ground. Not a lot of reliable terrain.
The Ironwood plateaus there could give us a heightened position.
How are we planning to get our troops there unnoticed?
The Grove tenders could open a portal under the cover of the plateaus. We could mass transport them from there. I can position my Valkyries above the plateau as well to defend it while you set up.
Perfect.
What's the plan then, short stuff?
I'm still working on it, buttface, but right now I'm looking at 3 different objectives.
And those are?
One team needs to take charge and actually lead the troops. I'll probably have Harold involved in that meeting.
What do you plan on doing about the chaos magic?
That's gonna come down to you, Monty, maybe Hubert too. We're gonna have to bring an anti-magic team. There'll likely be a lot of those flying cultists as well, so I'll be with you on that team.
The Valkyries can assist with the flying foes as well.
What else?
We're gonna need an infiltration team. Folk who can get in undetected, like Edgelord and Grundle.
I can send my scouts to map the place out in more detail.
Let me come with. I can help map them out.
Are you sure, man? Last time you went out, you got frickin' shot.
And I haven't had more fun in my life, old bean. Tell her.
As long as you listen to my men, they're the professional sneaks.
Now, as far as troop transport. Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 92 of Modded Minecraft Survival with me, SkitzTGPG. I'm draining some experience I gathered while out mining for iron. And, oh boy, let me tell you. Here we go. So, first I'm going to show you what I did to fix our refined fluid situation. It's simple, really. Using the mod extra disks, I think it is. Yes, it gives us access to infinite storage parts. Now, to make an infinite fluid storage part, I needed to make a bunch of these withering processors, which cost nether stars, and I needed to make 3 of these, which needed 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 3 of these, which is made like this. Now you may notice a lot of those require iron in buckets. You'd be correct. Boy, did I go through a lot of buckets. In fact, I had to make a separate area to mine iron. I used our old Toxic Caves portal because the portal on the bunker side was annihilated in the nuclear explosion, as nuclear explosions are wont to do. But if we come through here, we'll ignore that for now. But I had to come all the way down here to show you the lengths I had to go to collect the iron required to get this fucking work done. That's the second level. The first level, yeah. So, a lot of iron mining occurred. It happened here. You saw it here first. As a result, we had enough to get done what we needed to get done, and I was able to make a refined fluid infinite storage disk. It says negative numbers, but it's fine. All our fluid is in here, and there is no upper cap, so we can just let things run and not even worry about it anymore. And that feels good, right, Grundle? Yeah. Feels good when our fluids run free, right, Grundle? Yeah, you gotta have... Your Grundle needs to have steady fluid flow, What? Holly, what's with the warning?
It seems there are specimens escaping the duplication chamber.
Escaping?
Looks like it, bud.
Okay, well, shut it off. And, is it contained?
Ardwinna's tits. No, it's an absolute shit show down there. Bring a weapon.
Oh, God. Okay, thanks, Holly. Oh, yeah, the shulkers! Shit! I was mining. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be a problem. Is there no interference matrix in here? Is that why they can teleport? I should put one down. Oh, God. Here it is. Got an ender inhibitor. Oh, Lord, what a mess! Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sure is a lot of you. So, I was farming shulkers for shulker boxes. Shulker shells. Which I'll explain in a second. Oh, God, they're all up in there. The fans don't work. No, Lord. Alright, let's shut this stuff off. So I can go in there and kill things. Turn on night vision so I can see what I'm doing. Major security breach of the duplication chamber! Why did I think this was a good idea? Is it me or they keep showing up? They better not be respawning in here. That'll be stupid. I have a mod that makes shulkers respawn in their natural environments. I'm wondering if that's going to make this a permanent loop. I may have to uninstall the mod. But they do seem to keep showing up, don't they? Yeah, they keep showing up. I gotta uninstall the mod. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. We're gonna just, yeah, they're respawning. Okay. I'm back. The mod's off. Not sure why, Alright, let's get in there and try to wipe them out and see if they stay dead. How are they disappearing? The interference matrix should be... Okay, they're dead. The thing about shulkers, not super dangerous, just really annoying. And the reason I was killing all these shulkers, or trying to, was... I needed them for the bubbly heart canisters, which I'll go over in a second. God, they've even infested the elevator shaft. See any more up there. Alright, let's get outside and deal with the ones that are clearly... Alright. Party's over, you fucking pricks! Next time I need to farm these guys, I'll just farm them where they're from, instead of bringing them home in a tool. Ooh, dungeon! What was I doing? Sorry, the call of loot is strong. They're near the wither spawner, the wither containment cell, which bothers me a little bit. Yeah, this isn't annoying at all, and is totally what I wanted to spend today's episode doing. Little bastards! Ah! Oh my God. God, they're all over the cave now! I'm gonna be finding random shulkers down here for the next 6 months, guaranteed. Oh, God! I gotta do this carefully. Okay. Don't fall in the stasis chamber, Skitz. Here we go. There's clearly more outside. Any more? Like I said, I'm gonna be finding them randomly in the cave. Oh my fuck! Here's my, outdoor water garden thing. I don't know if I ever showed this on camera or not. Now's a good time. We had a lot of water intake problems, ironically. I know, given our problem last episode. But this was my solution, is instead of one chaos accumulator, I made a bunch and disguised them as like a pond. Like a little garden. So now we have a whole bunch of... I'll show it better when things aren't shooting flying pellets at me. Don't see any more in here. You good in there, buddy? How you doing, Simmons? He's doing good. So let me tell you about that water garden thing I made real quick. I don't know what that one's shooting at, but whatever. I was farming shulkers to make shulker shells to make the bobbly heart canisters, which I will show you after I show you that water garden. So out here, I set up this cute little garden. A friend and I, Kitanra and I, when we had our own personal sort of Minecraft world we were messing around with, she had put together a like really cool kind of grotto setup in the cave we were living in. And that water garden thing is somewhat inspired by what she put together. Come here, you little bastard. Sheesh. They just... Anyway, how these work. You have Aqueous accumulators, just like upstairs. They go up into these importers, which are set to pull water. And these aren't actually trunks, they're cables with covers on them. And these all pull them up into the refined fluid network. I never plugged this one in, apparently. Not that we need it, so whatever. But yeah, I tried to make it kind of like a little pond garden thing. Little zen. Nothing crazy, it's more just a nod to my friend's grotto thing that they set up. I thought it was really fun. I missed it, so I thought I'd recreate it a little bit over here. It's not quite the same, obviously, but it's cute. Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah, bobbly heart canisters. Where? How? What? How are there still shulkers in here? I should design a safety failure that just triggers a mob crusher in a gigantic radius whenever there's a breach. It'd be funny. Just vaporize everything. Anyway. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So, let me show you the bubbly hearts. I made a soul amulet. And we have all 4 of these as 20s. So our current health... Actually, let's make sure all our baubles are on. Because I have to take them off and put them on again to get the benefits of them. Okay. So my current health, maximized with just my gear on, is 111. If we take this off, actually, let's take everything off. Ladies. You know you love it. Take everything off for a second. With the exception of my backpack, obviously. Where's my grid? There we go. If I heal myself right now, with none of my armor on, I have 50 hit points. And I inherited those extra 30 hit points from Season 1. So, my base HP is 50. If I put on my soul amulet, which the soul amulet is made with our heart amulet plus a soul heart crystal, which we had everything we need to make. So we have the soul amulet now, which gives us a 4th slot here for purples. But let's see, without the purples, where does this put us? We were at 50, now we are at 210. Good grief. Good God. That's before our gear. So what do we what if we, how do we make the soul ones, the soul heart canister? Oh, we need blue ones with hearts and totems of undying. Do you know, we could do that, but I don't need to. I just don't see the need to go any further than that. I know, moderation isn't really my thing, but I think we're good. Bang. Now our total health is 271. All said and done. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, we have chili dogs now. I made chili dogs. So everything is as it should be. This room's a mess. This room's a mess. And I'm going to tell you why. We have uranium hexafluoride. I went ahead and I started making the chemicals we need. Now, this is getting rotary condenserated into fluid uranium hexafluoride. And the fluid hexafluoride... Now, the liquid hydrofluoric acid, actually, is what's being made over here. And that's getting imported via this. We should upgrade this to make that faster, actually. So let's do that. Gotcha. Oh, that's not going to be distracting at all! Gotcha, you motherfuckers. Hiding in the caves. What was I even doing? God damn. Oh yeah, gas. So this is producing that. That's going into the system. Liquid fluoride. Uranium hexafluoride is being created here. I didn't do anything further with it because I wanted to do it on camera with you. But I went ahead and I got the uranium oxide that we did last episode. That's already in the system. It's not actually making more right now. But that's okay because we have none in the system anymore. Because it's all in here. And in this. We should actually make more of that. Get that yellow cake made. Skitz is in the bakery baking the wrong kind of cake. That's going to fill this pipe up before it goes into the actual system. So we've got the uranium hexafluoride. Now what? Now that we have the uranium hexafluoride, we use that in a we don't need that. We need an isotropic centrifuge to turn the uranium hexafluoride into fissile fuel. So let's go ahead and build a isotopic centrifuge. We need 2 of these, which needs 2 of these, which needs 2... Okay. Skitz is going to have one of those days, huh? And bang. Isotopic centrifuge. So now... How does this work? Okay. It's quite literally just insert... Where does it come out? I don't know! But we've got uranium hexafluoride coming out of this, and I want to make sure it goes into the isotopic isodoohickey. So what we're going to have to do is... Might have to condense in, turn it to liquid to put it somewhere else, because this is already a pretty busy room. Not going to worry about that too much right now. So I guess, let's see, if we get some tubes. It's a series of tubes! Now let's pulling that out. Okay, now that those 2 things are like that, that's actually good. Maybe, do I do it like this? Yes. Look at that, fissile fuel. Let's make sure this mother is powered. There we go. And we cover up these cords. And what we've got here is fissile fuel finally being created. This is huge. This is big. This is big brain, big news time. Now I get to figure out how to run a fission reactor, because we got the fuel for it. Okay, let's head over to the generator room. Here we are. Turbine. Reactor. We just need a itty-bitty guy, because we're just looking to make the pellets. So... Alright, according to this thing, you're fucking gay. No, I, want to set up at least one import. You know, I'm looking at a lot of these guides, and, they have a lot more room to play around than I do in here. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I do things this way, whether or not it's a good idea. I am going to take some precautions against potential meltdowns and radiation this time, in the form of backup worlds. I thought about putting it somewhere else, but I'm already established, and we don't need it. I'm not going to, like, run it really hard and try to get a lot out of it. I just need the byproducts. Let's go to the gas room again. Where's our sodium production? Sodium. Alright. Now we could make a second rotary condenserator for the sodium that's coming out of here. Or, if we go... Because I know I have it pumped all the way out to here. Hydrogen. Oxygen. Aren't there pipes all back here? Oh, did I get rid of the sodium one? Nope, here's the sodium one. Cool. I can just put... Yeah, let's do that. So let's put a rotary condenserator thingy. This will help us change the sodium from sodium into liquid sodium. There we go. Cool. Real quick, to show you how I kept up with the iron that I needed for all that refined storage nonsense, we were using this. We got the sulfuric acid coming through, melting down the raw iron as we get the sulfuric acid. There's been some production hangups. It creates the dirty slurry, goes over into the washer, creates the iron slurry, goes over here, gets turned into crystals. All I would do is typically just speed this up to maximum. That'll crank out a bunch of iron crystals, which are then sent over to this guy. No, over to the crusher. No, to this. And the crystals are broken down into shards. The shards are processed into clumps. The clumps are crushed into dirty dust. The dirty dust is enriched to make normal dust, and the normal dust makes the ingots. So out of like a couple, it's like a quintupling. It's efficient, but the way I have it set up is really clunky and bottlenecks itself a lot, and it just isn't. It isn't efficient. The process is, but mine isn't. So I digress. It's the sulfur dioxide that's hung up, and that's because we don't have any more sulfur dust. See? Well, we have this, but it doesn't work the same. Which is unfortunate. Because I think we can go over here. Yep. And that's going to start. There we go. We're just going to have that run for a bit, just to keep the sulfuric acid moving. But that's going to keep... Anyway. Let's get that thing I was just doing done. So we've got the sodium. We need the sodium to come down. Into there. The sodium is going to concentrate into liquid sodium. That liquid sodium needs... Well, this machine needs power, first and foremost. There's power... So if we run our power... Go. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. There. Alright, so... That's making liquid sodium. Let's get an importer on here. Refined upgrade. Let's get a stack and 3 speed. There we go. And now that should be pulling liquid sodium into the system. Yep, look at that. This is fantastic news, because now we can basically bring our sodium with us like all of our other gases. We just need to turn it back into a gas before we use it in the location we want to make use of it. Okay. Sodium handled. Now what? Okay. The next thing we're going to need to make to process the sodium properly is called a thermoelectric boiler. It's another multi-block structure. So it's making me think maybe the mechanism stuff is getting a little bit cramped in here. Maybe we should make a dedicated facility for it. Because the boiler's going to want to be close to these, and it's already so claustrophobic down here. Part of me wonders if it isn't worth it to just rip it up, build another facility elsewhere. Because here's the other thing. Mechanism has a lot of moving parts, literally and figuratively. There's a lot of different things being produced and moved around, and a lot of scripting, and it can get performance heavy. And we've already got so much going on at the base. Part of me wonders if it wouldn't be the better move to move it. So, yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll build a separate mechanism facility, and we'll slowly move all of our mechanism stuff over there, and we can repurpose the mechanism floor, or the mechanism chambers, this, for something else. Or we can leave this here as just like a foundation, and then go build our proper thing elsewhere. But let's, because here's the other thing, too, is if I goof this, it's going to fill everything with radiation. And I know earlier I said I like to fly by the seat of my pants, but if I can find a way to avoid radiating everything, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? I don't know where I want to put... I have an idea! What if we don't put the mechanism lab and the reactor anywhere? On this dimension? What if we put it in a separate dimension? We could put it in hell, in the Nether. That might piss Sally off, though. Yeah, that'll probably piss Sally off. He doesn't like when us mortals interfere in his evil affairs, let alone put a nuclear reactor in there. Sorry, fission reactor. I don't want to piss Brey off either by going to his place. Although there's a lot of nothing in there. That might be the place to do it. Definitely not putting it up in heaven. That's a horrible idea. So, no. Maybe. Could use RF Tools dimensions and make our own dimension. But that's a whole thing. That's a whole process. We got... Well... We're gonna need it to go into the next leg of stuff I want to do anyway. I don't know, but we're gonna need to set up an area. Maybe we will. Let's for now, let's just get a thermoelectric boiler made. We could probably build that right here. So it's a 3 long, 3 wide, 4 tall structure. Yeah, we could put it. Do I want it here though? I feel like, yeah, it should be near the sodium. But it should also be near the generator. Okay, we need boiler casing. Boiler casing. Okay. And then... Alright, now we need a superheating element. Okay, then we can grab some reactor glass. Should probably pop some valves on it. Okay. Then more boiler casings. Then we need... Okay. And then casings around that. It looks like. Okay. Bing! It did a thingy. Okay, so the boiler works. Water tank, heated coolant tank. Okay. Okay. So now... Alright, so now let's try and get sodium into it. Fortunately, there's a refined fluid setup right here. So, let's see. How can I easiest... Bang. Okay, so... There's some power cabling here. That'll fucking work. God damn. That is a silly spot for it, isn't it? Honestly, this advanced generator is by and large, this syngas generator is by and large useless. We're not using it anymore. So this might all get torn up. Who knows? Yeah, a lot of this lab might look a bit different by the time Season 3 rolls around. Who knows? Okay, so we've got sodium forming. We're going to add some mechanism upgrades to that, so it goes faster. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? One short? Figures. Figures. Can we import it? Let's try. Let's try to import it into the fluid system. If we take this importer, and we go in here, and we stick it on this, and we say fluids, and we say it's not a fluid. Can confirm. So we gotta pipe this. We gotta pipe this. Okay. This is looking so ragtag, I'm almost scared to do it. Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had fun playing with it, but I don't know, feels like it needs its own facility at this point. There's just so much to it. So maybe that is something we will do, but I think I'm done fiddling with it for right now. Because it's more than I could bang out in an episode or two, and we've got other things we need to focus on as well. So, what I'll do is I'll probably throw together a outline for some kind of facility I want to do specifically for the reactor. I'll draw that up, and then maybe make a montage of me building it. Who knows? But that could be fun. Anyway, to recap, infinite refined fluid. Bobbly heart canisters are more or less done. Iron processing works. Our chemicals are being produced. But nothing is efficient enough for me to feel confident starting a reactor, is the thing. Like, this is also fly by the seat of your pants, you know? Part of me wants to just set it up from scratch elsewhere. Build separate tanks for everything so that everything's visibly there. We can, you know, could make that a whole thing. But I think next episode what we're going to do is start planning how we want to bring this fight to the warped one. I think we're getting there. We're getting there. There's a couple more things of technology and stuff I want to unlock. So I think next episode we're probably going to just focus on some magic, some tech that we haven't touched yet, some other things to get us ready for our endgame shenanigans. What's wrong with my eyebrows? So, yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. Gonna look into some other things, upgrade ourselves a little bit more. I've already been in a couple war meetings with the guys. It's looking like we're getting ready to head out there and set up a base camp, and it should be. That said, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Chemicals and mechanism, complicated stuff. I don't know if I fully showed off the new village. I think I did, actually. I think I did. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I had fun hanging out with you. I hope you did too. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode, where we look into some other stuff. Hi, Mo. How you doing, buddy? I know, you don't have voice lines. You're just an NPC. You're basically a prop. So we'll look into some stuff next week, and then maybe things will start to spice up, right, Falor? Right. Yeah, so listen to that gravelly voice. You said it. All right. Hi! This is Snufflums. He is a nightmare stalker that showed up one night and just he was so cute I decided to keep him. And he's a sweetheart. He doesn't really like bothering people. So I'm not sure why he's not animating at the moment. There he goes. Now he's animating. There you go, buddy. But yeah, he's a good boy. Snufflums is a good boy. He's a guard, like the golems and stuff. We like Snufflums. Anyway, like I said, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for joining me today. It means more than you know. Every time you show up, it makes my entire day. Seriously, it's that easy. I'm a basic creature. But I digress. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. Bye.